Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Real Tarot 1123. We are doing the series of the week, right? So, today is going to be a reading for Wicked Wednesdays. How about that? Wicked Wednesdays. So, before I get started on the reading, I'd like to thank all of my subscribers for your continued support, for joining me on the live streams, your comments. I absolutely appreciate each and every one of you. So, thank you. And to all those folks who are just visiting, I hope you do subscribe and become a part of the Real family. We do have a lot of fun, on our live streams. I do have live streams every Fridays, 1900 hours, 7 p.m., 1900 hours every Friday, Central Standard Time, United States. Then on the first and third Saturday, I have live stream again at 11 a.m., 1100 hours Central Standard Time, United States. So we are a great group of people. You're very respectful of each other, and that is something I truly appreciate. So I hope you join us. And do give me a thumbs up, hit the bell icon so you get notified whenever I post new videos. And do comment. I mean, I always go back and read the comments. If I don't get to it right away, I will eventually, and I will respond, that's for sure. So let's get on with this. So today I was kind of, thinking. I had three choices. One was Amber Heard, and one was Ghislaine Maxwell, and one was Prince Andrew. So I actually might do pick one of these for the Friday live stream. But let's get on with the Prince Andrew, because I just read on the news that he has been stripped of all his titles before he goes any further. So he will not have the backing of his station in the royal family, if you will. With regards to this case that Virginia Giuffre has filed against him. And in my humble opinion, again, let me first state my disclaimer here. So, disclaimer, this is for entertainment purposes only. These are my opinions and my observations. Please do your own due diligence and form your own conclusions and opinions. So I want to say that, to a certain extent, I do believe that it's not a decision that was made overnight. That is for sure. It was not a decision made overnight to say, okay, we are going to kind of completely take you off of the, royal family, whatever, strip him of all his titles, etc. But I do believe I heard that they said they were going to let him keep his admiral post or whatever, or something like that, his military or navy or army or air force post, the title. I think look, I'm not very familiar with all the titles and the designations with regards to the military, etc., right? The defense. I'm not very well versed in that. So, but I do believe I heard that he was going to be allowed to keep that, but he will not have the opportunity he will not be able to use his Royal Highness or whatever that sort of a stuff is in future. It is planned. I knew this is coming. There was no way he was going to go watch my other video I did some time ago about Prince Andrew. I did do a video, and it was very interesting, and I got a lot of emails from a lot of folks from around the world, and also particularly folks from England. It was so interesting reading those comments, and it was just amazing. It's we can all agree to disagree. There's nothing wrong. We're all entitled to our opinions. But it's the difference lies in how you express your opinions, how you express your difference of opinion type of thing, right? Like I say time and time and again, there is no need to attack everything with a dagger. Absolutely not. You're of a different opinion. Sure, post your comments, but please do so respectfully, right? But I have to say, the comments I got from a lot of folks from England with regards to that other video I did of Prince Andrew, they were very respectful. I'm not saying otherwise. But there is a small percentage of people from other countries around the world, and also a little bit, couple of comments here and there from the Queen's country, if you will, where, people were a little upset and stuff. And I'm like, it's all good. You're entitled to your opinions, as I am. So, enough of that chitter chatter. Let me make note of this brief intro. I try to keep these videos as short as possible, like 45 minutes max, so that you folks don't get bored and what have you. So, let's get on with this. So, the date of birth that I got for Prince Andrew, and I didn't use his whole name, etc., I just use his. Let me see so that those little ring lights don't come. There we go, hopefully. Right? Okay. I just used his name as Prince Andrew. I didn't do his whole, like, his full name. I didn't do that. And the date of birth I got for him, of course, which is online, hopefully that is correct, is February 19th, 1960. So, based upon that, is what I'm doing these readings. I am going to say, as a Pisces, right? Let's take a look and see what's going on. Wait, where is my other chart? Let me see. If I had his time of birth, I could do his astrology thing. Pisces, he was born on February 19th. So, February 18th, the sun enters Pisces. Okay. And Jupiter semi-square Pluto on February 23rd. Now, keep in mind, Jupiter and Pluto both rule Pisces. So, it's going to be a very, very interesting time for him. Very interesting. Then, of course, on March 2nd, the new moon will enter Pisces. I wish I had his time of birth. I mean, I could have done a whole astrology chart for him. I'll see if I can find it. I will probably do an astrology chart for him and post it on my astrology channel. FYI, I do have another channel. It's called The Real Astrology 1123, where I only do astrology. I do not go into tarot. This channel is exclusively for tarot. That is for astrology. So this channel is called The Real Tarot 1123, and the astrology channel is called The Real Astrology 1123. So today is the 17th, correct? Oh no, today is not the 17th. Today is 18th, I believe. Yeah, today is the 18th. So yesterday the moon went direct in Cancer, correct? I'm sorry, the moon, it was a full moon in Cancer. Moon went direct in Cancer. It was a full moon in Cancer yesterday, and he's a Pisces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth house, yes, obviously it came to light because, it has come to light. Love affairs, speculation, love affairs, even his kids, that sort of a thing is all going to come up right now. Then let's take a look. And on January 18th, which is today, Uranus goes direct in Taurus, right? So, third house. Third house talks about immediate environment and short trips, and Uranus is ruled by Saturn and by, I'm sorry, Aquarius is ruled by Saturn and Uranus. And Uranus, remember, is all about sudden shocks and changes. Now, keep in mind that 19th, tomorrow, Sun enters Aquarius. So, he is going to have some major little setbacks. And the fact that we are now hearing about it in the news, as apparently a couple of days ago, I just saw it on the news today. Yeah, it was in the fireworks. I mean, this decision to kind of separate him from the royal, distance him from the royal family, so that there's no stigma attached. Because then, from a legal perspective also, and again, guys, please know I am not in any way a legal expert in a criminal attorney or a expert in criminal law or anything, but common sense, common knowledge. If he had continued to be, whatever he was, His Royal Highness, or whatever his position was within the royal family, then there would have been a whole bunch of drama going on if he really did have to be called into the courts, be it in US or wherever, because it's a whole other ball game, right? As a member of the royal family, I do believe there are certain protections that you have or automatically get. But then again, like I said, I don't know the extent and the details of it. So it was expected. I do believe this decision was to it was more like a damage control type of thing for the royal family to say, oh, we can't afford this. He's got to go and do it, because at the end of the day, the royal family, the queen also, I'm sure after a lot of thought and after a lot of back and forth with her legal advisors, and I don't know, maybe even the cabinet, or and Charles and Williams, because Charles is next in line, and by default Williams is next in line, so um, they had to really sit and figure out, what's the best course of action. Now, does he become a complete outcast as far as the royal family is concerned? I don't think so, because blood is blood, right? But damage control from a political and scandal perspective, I suppose, is why they have arrived at this decision. Do you think if I mean, do excuse me, do I think he will ever be able to go back to being his royal highness? I don't think so. I mean, I don't think you can go back to doing that, right? Unless there's some loophole where her majesty says, okay, now it's all over. But she wouldn't do that. She couldn't do that, because that's almost like, oh, I mean, she won't do it, even if there is a loophole where she could reinstate. I don't think she will, because that will really jeopardize the name and the respect the royal family has. I mean, they will go down 100 notches, because that would be totally unacceptable. So once he's cut off, I don't think he'll ever go back to being his royal highness. Now let's take a couple of let's start with the reading, and I'll refer to my, I just have this printout chart, based on my calculations as to the planets, where they're going to be for the rest of the year until sometime in January of 23. So that is standard, but but based on your chart, based on your sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, Venus sign, we can tell in which house. But like I said, I don't have his time of birth. I just have his date of birth as February 19, 1960. So when I was doing the math, I got the number 10 and number 4. So let's take a look at the fourth house. So as a Pisces, the fourth house is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, Gemini. And Gemini is ruled by Mercury. And the fourth house signifies emotions, emotional home, emotions, home, mother, family roots. So what are the odds that his mom would be like, I mean, I was going to say off with your head, but not off with your head, off with the title, right? And his connection to the family roots are obviously come to the forefront by the very fact that he is no longer His Royal Highness, or whatever, HRH, or whatever they call that. And then let's take a look at the, am I surprised? No, I'm not. Okay, so let's take a look at the 10th house. Pisces, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10th house is going to be Sagittarius, right? And Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter as well, just like Pisces. So 10th house signifies career, reputation, morals, and life goals. Look, it is so clearly evident. It is so clearly evident just based on his birth date and based on what calculations I'm getting over here. 4th house and 10th house, absolutely. It is to be expected. It is to be expected. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's look at his 10th house. 10th house was Sagittarius. Let me see what's going on with Sagittarius here. Anything? Okay, so February 17th, his birthday is on February 19th. Jupiter sextiles Uranus. Okay, and then February 23rd, Jupiter semi-square Pluto. So he is going to have a little bit of a boo-boo. Let me take a quick look here. Hang on one second, y'all, because I want to look up something here in my my computer, my notes. Where do we have? Oh, I can't see. I got to wear my glasses all over again. Jupiter, come on, buddy, where are you? Oh, shoot. Did I just lose him? Jupiter. Shoot. Jupiter sextile Uranus. So I don't know. We have to see exactly where it's going to be in his chart. But hang on, guys. This is very, very interesting. I mean, he's in for a big doo doo. But we need to go watch my other video of him. I mean, it's. So I'm going to say there is going to be a high sense of anticipation. There is a little bit of impatience and such, but there will also, as he gets closer to this Jupiter sextile Uranus, there is going to be yeah, he's going to have to travel overseas for sure, at least for the case. He will definitely be crossing the borders to the United States. This is a good opportunity for him to be able to tackle difficult tasks, and the difficult tasks at this point are obviously his legal issues. Now, I'm going to say that he is a lot of contemplation, a lot of excitement, then again anxiety. Um, he's going to have to, his hand is going to be forced to have to deal with this, which I mean we know it is. Um, yeah, it's right. His ethics and principles and morals, etc., are highly questioned. I mean, clearly, I mean, the 4,000, 10,000 anyway says that, right? Emotions, home, mother, etc. Then let's take a look at this really quickly. Where am I looking at? Jupiter semi square Pluto. Uh, Jupiter. Yeah. Ah, testy situation, y'all. Testy. So, yeah, mhm. Well, in all honesty, I mean, let's face it, y'all. I mean, he brought it on himself. So, yeah, it's going to be, let's not waste any time because I said this was a tarot channel and yet here I am looking at the astrology aspect of it. Let's get on with it. No wonder his mom was like, yeah, off with your title, sonny. Emotions, home, mother, family roots, affairs at the end of life. Well, of course, um, 10th house, career, reputation, morals, and life goals. How obvious. Okay, let's get on with this. We have Virgo pop up, okay? And I'm going to pull two more. We have this guy pop up, Cancer, and Pisces. Well, he is a Pisces himself, correct? So, let's take a look here. Virgo, he's a Pisces. Virgo is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th house. So there is going to be a little bit of a focus on his friends, his marriage, his partners, his contracts, contractual relationships, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if they're going to call upon his ex-wife, Sarah, and they might try to. I would not be surprised if they actually say, oh, conveniently they fell in love and they got married or whatever. And if at all they pull that move, that is purely because of legal for legal purposes. In all honesty, I don't think they really give a flip about each other. I mean, I don't for a moment buy that. Again, my opinions, okay? It's just my opinions. I don't think for a moment they are still madly in love with each other or whatever. They might tolerate each other and be respectful of the fact that, hey, we are still parents to our daughters. So that cordiality and that just basic etiquette and respect and that sort of a thing, and how one behaves in society, those kind of things would be the only reason. But I don't for a minute think that they're still madly in love with each other or whatever. I don't buy it. So with the seventh house, I wouldn't be surprised if they will try to pull her in, for the attorneys who are fighting for Guthrie in FM saying Miss Virginia's last name wrong, please excuse me. No offense meant to her. I think she's a phenomenal lady, phenomenal. I mean, what true strength of character to come for and to go up against a Goliath like this. Good Lord Almighty, hats off to her. She has my respect. Um, and all the other victims too, the ones who came forth. Oh my God. Um, so they will try to reel her in and say, oh, we need you to, they might do a deposition of this, that, or the other. And then these people on his side, they'll be like, oh, we better get married because I think under the spouse can't be put in the box or something like that from a legal thing. You know what I mean? The box as in the court thingy, the witness stand or something to that effect. So they might try to reel her in there. Then we have Cancer. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth house again. Fifth house again is love affairs, speculations, and love affairs and kids again. So why is the fifth house being so prominent? And fifth house is Cancer is ruled by the moon. So I mean, not that there isn't enough speculation on him. We'll come to that. I'll figure out. And then, of course, we have his Pisces, his own card. He's showing up himself, which is the first house. And the first house is all about him, how he presents himself, how his reputation in public, and this, that, and all the other stuff, right? So, interesting. Very interesting. So this Cancer card I want to see, because fifth house again, what more speculation besides the speculation that's already going to happen or is already occurring, because love affairs, speculation, kids, that sort of, lot of speculation in terms of his intimate relationships. Yeah, clearly. But why his kids are going to be drawn to. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune, right? We have the Death card, which is under the Cancer, and then we have Temperance, again Jupiter under Pisces. Look, y'all, this is very interesting because, like I said, Jupiter rules Pisces and Sagittarius, but Pisces is also ruled by Neptune. The fact that the Wheel of Fortune, which is a Jupiter card, and the Temperance, which is also a Jupiter card, is popping up is very interesting. So I have a feeling it's going to, I almost want to say there is a chance he might get away with it, but with a slap on the wrist. But we'll see. The cards, we've just, because so much of Jupiter here. But then on the other hand, right, when we look at where Jupiter is placed general, right, in general, he is going to be basically like, it's like turning this sweatshirt inside out and trying to wear it. You know what I mean? So he's going to be gone over with a microscope, if you will. Okay, let's talk about the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune talks about things are moving, constantly changing, and things are coming to light that were once hidden. So there are more other people, more victims involved. All those things are going to come to light. Please watch that other video I did for him. A very interesting information. It will make more sense to you all. Then we have the Death card under Cancer, and the Cancer is 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth house. So his I think his relationship with his kids might kind of be forced to, like, his relationship with his kids by force, by default, by choice, by chance, by whatever you want to call it, is going to kind of be cut. I don't think that that relationship with his children is going to continue the way it used to be. I don't think it will. And when we talk about speculations, I also feel that here they're going to try, look at this card, right? They're going to try and say that he is being manipulated, he is being framed. They're going to try and say that. Another thing I'm going to say is, I do believe this guy, Prince Philip, he is trying to they're going to try and pin that, no, I'm being framed, and I wasn't there, I wasn't this, that, and the other. But I feel there's somebody else who's above him, who is much more stronger, more powerful than him, who is manipulating, playing him. okay, or rather moving the chess pieces around for him. They're the ones who are controlling that individual is the one who's controlling this guy is just a gopher. So that he has given all his power to that individual and saying, get me out of this BS. So could it be as a legal representative, or could be somebody else higher up in the British government, or even the Queen herself, hey, come on. Okay. And then we have Temperance in his first house under Pisces. And Temperance talks about, it's a Sagittarius card, blending of essences of life and mixing of the elements, finding that balance, being able to have a balanced approach towards whatever you do. And also, if you're feeling off balance, this is an opportunity for you to come back and reconfigure in the first house. So he is completely, his image about himself, his opinion about himself, his ego, his pride, his whatever, completely shattered. He's off balance completely, and he's trying very desperately to hang on to the last few vestiges of what's the word, his dignity. And hey man, he did it himself. Like, whose fault is that, yo? I mean, dude, I mean, what were you thinking? There are other cases also that are going, other victims. It's not just these people, there are other victims. I am not kidding y'all, there are other victims of this ding dong ding along fella. um, I don't know if I want to use these cards, but let me take them out and see what I feel. If I feel good using them, let me pick them up. And I love these cards, though. They're beautiful. They're absolutely gorgeous. But that's okay. I will. I had to smell them because I got a whiff of my sage thingamajiggies here. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. I want one more of this deck. I really like the deck. So I have the Ten of Swords. Feeling absolutely like he's hit rock bottom. Well, duh. Then we have the Queen of Swords. I do believe this is this. Oh my goodness. All right, let's take this even further. Oh, come on. Then the Fool card. Wiping the slate clean. So let's take a look at this, okay? And of course, I'm going to pull more cards. I love this deck. It's beautiful. So when we... No, don't... Okay. So when we... I hope this thing is recording. Okay. So when we look at the... whatchamacallit? Ten of Swords, it's hitting rock bottom. It's like feeling like completely like... Yeah. But yes, he has hit rock bottom. I mean... can you imagine how much it has affected his ego? I mean, he was an egotistical person to begin with, more so than Charles was, I would say, or Charles is, I should say. Being told that his title is being stripped off him must have just chopped him off at the family jewels, right? So, if you know what I mean. Then we have the Queen of Swords. So, the Queen of Swords, oh my God, this is going to be more than 45 minutes, y'all. The Queen of Swords, I'd probably have to do a part 2. Okay. Focus Kitana. The Queen of Swords talks about somebody who is a very self-sufficient person, who has the ability to make decisions based on logic, based on make analytical decisions, like be clear about it, try to be fair about it, but also a little bit quick and a little bit harsh. Now, I do believe this is the Queen's energy coming through, because she's like, boo-boo, no, because look where she landed. This card landed right under Cancer, and the Death card, and here. This is how these popped up. So, and I said, I don't know what the Queen's birthday is, though. Let's take a look. See, I should have had all that information, but you know me. Spontaneous. Elizabeth's birthday. Is she a Cancerian? I'd have a fit. April 21st. Oh. 21st, 1926. So, April 21st. April 21st. She's a Taurus, huh? Interesting. Uh, so 4, 3, 10, 8. So 18, 22, 25, that is 7. So 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Yeah, I would say the queen is like being like, no, this has gone on too long. It's time I stepped in. It's time I took a decision. So she is like, no, this is it, buddy, you know. And then you have the fool card, and the fool card says, okay, look where the fool card is. Uh, Pisces, which is his first house himself, Temperance, and the Fool card. So remember, I said with Pisces, the first house, his individuality, his image, his pride, his ego, is how he presents himself to the world, what he thought of himself, what people thought of him. All that has come into question because first house is how you present yourself and to the world. So with Temperance, it's off kilter. There is no balance. He needs to regroup and try to recapture. Right? What the heck? And then the Fool card says, I wish I could wipe it all clean, wipe the slate clean and start afresh, because the Fool card talks about I'm willing to take a giant leap into the unknown. But it's not that easy, dude. It's not. It's also talking about, yeah, I'm willing to take a giant leap of faith into the unknown because I want to get away from this past. And the way things are going, I am unable to do that. And I'm unable to wipe the slate clean. Okay, he's going to try his very best to do that. He is definitely somewhere halfway through the process of this court proceedings. He is going to come out and he is going to make a statement saying that I'm completely taking a step back. I am going to become a civilian and start my life, because he also has to think strategically, because if Virginia Giuffre or whoever, they go after him for like sue him for monetary whatever, then he wants to distance himself from all of his assets, right? Because he is definitely not going to pay money out to Virginia Giuffre or anybody else for that matter, because duh, I mean, he'll be nothing without money. So he's going to do whatever he needs to do from a legal perspective, from a financial perspective, to be able to, let me take these off, uh, uh, safeguard his assets and safeguard his finances, so that uh, almost to the extent of saying, see, if he comes to the court and he says, Your Honor, now my total worth is $500,000 or $1 million, everybody's going to laugh. They'll be like, dude, I mean, seriously, like you went from having that many millions of pounds to now you've got only $500,000. Like, who are you kidding, right? But let's face it, y'all, at that level, the kind of financial advice they get from the type of people who are such experts in the financial services, I called it a circus, it is, he'll be able to move his funds around. He will definitely do it. And he will be like, look, I have nothing, that sort of a stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if this dude actually serves some prison time, some prison time. Then we have the 10 of spheres. Okay, so I read I read cards intuitively. So just so you know, um, sometimes the way I read them, as opposed to the way the creator of the cards has intended that card to be read, would be completely different. So this to me also talks about the financial aspect of it, as we were talking about the financial aspect of ten of Pentacles or 10 of Spheres means having it all, having everything, being able to say, all right, all for the rest of my life, I don't have to do anything. Now, can he, even though he files bankruptcy or whatever the heck they do over there, chapter 11 or 7 or whatever they call it in the US, the equivalent of that, he will always have enough money to be able to survive and live a decent life. I mean, decent by anybody's standards, right? Even decent by even the royal family standards. It's not that he's ever going to be in the poorhouse. Please don't for one moment believe this guy is ever going to be in the poorhouse. He will not. But having said that, that stability, that sense of security, knowing that he had the backing of the royal family, backing of the queen, etc., all that is shook. Because I'll tell you one thing: once, we all know we are all going to kick the bucket at some time, right? And was that a orb that just went this way? Did you all see it? It just went like that. Anywho, so at some point in time, I mean, God bless her, Queen E, she's also going to pass, right? I mean, let's face it, she's not getting any younger. It's the circle of life, correct? But when the next regime comes into power, the next people come into power, they will not have half as much tolerance for all these weird shenanigans as the Queen has had for these people. Now, let me tell you, if William, was that one more again? It went from here. I don't know what's going on. I'll tell you this. William is going to be one of those people who will be like, this is it, you can't deviate. No, the rule is the rule, the law is the law. I'm not going to tolerate BS. All these shenanigans, I'm not going to tolerate. He's very, I don't want to use the word cutthroat, but he's very, very clear that I don't have the patience. I will not tolerate BS from anybody in the royal family. If he were to come to power, that's how it's going to be. All these people, all the peripheral, the people who are on the, you know what I mean, not the main characters, but the others around, they all better be respectful and not pull any stunts, because he won't put up with it. He will not. He won't bat an eyelid to strip somebody off their title. He won't. I mean, not that he's going to go crazy, not that he's power hungry, and not that he's going to be like, just willy-nilly go and do whatever he wants because, oh, he feels like it. Not that. He's going to be a very different type of a ruler in England. I understand the monarchy is not what it used to be in the good old days. It's now they're more figureheads, but they do still have some power, right? So he is not going to be like how they used to be in the past. He is going to be like right is right and wrong is wrong. He's going to follow the book. He's a pretty straight-laced guy. I have a lot of confidence that he will do much better than even Prince Charles would. I'm not dissing Prince Charles, but I feel William is a new age monarch. Okay? Then we have Page of Swords. Okay? And then we have the Knight of Swords. It's very interesting. Y'all, I am telling you, there are also going to be... See, with the Page of Swords, let's look at it from the traditional tarot thingy. Page of Swords talks about a lot of gossip. It talks about prying eyes. It talks about people, standing behind the curtains and listening to conversations. And the Knight of Swords talks about somebody who is coming through really fast. I am telling you, y'all, there is another individual, and this is a male who is going to come forth and who is also going to claim being abused and being used in such a way, and they are going to take his word. His words are going to have more weight and more merit because of who he is in the social circle and how he's connected to the royal family. He is also a victim. I'm telling you, he's coming fast. That is going to blow the whole thing wide open. This tool has not just gone around abusing girls, I'll tell you that much. And yes, I called him a tool because he is a tool. I have no respect for the man. I don't care whether he has royal blood in him or not, but what does it matter that you have royal blood in you if you're walking around doing all this kind of bullcrap? And considering he has 2 daughters of his own, I mean, seriously, how would he feel if his daughters, as 15, 16, 17 years old, somebody else were forcing them into have sex? And did he not think about that for even one moment? Like, what kind of a person is he? The very fact that he has daughters who were at some point in time that young age, as Virginia Giuffre was, and yet he continued to sexually abuse her and other young ladies, goes to show that this man has absolutely no concept of parenting. And, I'm the dad, I take care of my daughters and, my children. He has no concept. I mean, it doesn't matter to him whether he has daughters or no. It clearly shows he has no respect for women, period. It's all about him and his little weenie whiner. That's all he is. Yes, y'all, yes. Those are the words I used. So if any of y'all are coming at me because I said weenie whiner, then listen. No offense to the wiener dogs, though, in all honesty. I meant the dachshunds. Just so you know, now I'm probably digging myself further into this. So let's stop with this and let's pick it up again. I'm going to pull some other cards here. Good Lord Almighty, this man, like seriously, what kind of person does this, y'all? And he's got daughters too. It's like, dude, what the hell are you thinking, man? Like, seriously, what are you thinking? He's going to come out and say, "Oh, I was drugged. I was under the influence of alcohol. Yes, I was there. Yes, I was. I was with Epstein. Yes, I was with Ghislaine Maxwell. There were a bunch of people, and it was a party. And yes, I had a little bit extra alcohol, or yeah, I might have had something, and I didn't know. I was so tired because of long distance traveling, and I fell asleep, and somebody staged it and took all these pictures. If you look closely at the pictures, you can tell my pupils are dilated." They're going to go into all that bullcrap if they haven't already. I mean, these people are freaking shameless. It's like, dude, just accept. How much more forgiving would the world have been? How much more forgiving would England have been towards him if he had come out and said, "I am sorry, I did this, I own it, I should never have done it. It was poor judgment on my part. And, whatever it is that I need to do to atone for those sins, I will do it. If I need to serve prison term, I would do it." He would have gotten away with so much less. He would have still had his title. He would have still been able to retain some respect in his life if he had come clean and said that. But no, the ego. Oh my God, he's so pure, he's so honest. Oh, bullcrap. That's the problem. Yeah, dude, you did all of that bullcrap. Come out, fess up, own it, get on with it. I mean, would it make it any lesser, lesser sin? No, but at least he would have been. People would have kind of commended him for being honest and at least coming clean and coming forth and saying, "Yes, I did it. I own it. My bad." You know. But did he call me and ask me? Did he call the real tarot 1123 and say, "What should I do here"? No. If he had called me, I would have told him. Whose fault is it that he didn't call me? Tell me. Okay. Oh my goodness. What can I say? Y'all, it's very, very unfortunate, y'all. It's so unfortunate, right? I mean, those girls, I mean, seriously. Whew, okay, I'm going to pull a couple more cards. Oh, buddy hair. Probably. Y'all, the other day, I was just putting some uh, lip balm on. Bernie hair. I'm like, "Bernie, how in God's world did your hair get in my lip balm?" Oh, y'all. As much as we brush him and groom him and bathe him, and oh my word. All right, so here we go. Eight of Swords. Self-imprisonment, boo-boo. You did it to yourself, boo-boo. Whose fault is it, honey bunches of oats? You knew it. Okay, you knowingly wanted to be the ding-dong, ding-along, and then now you're all whiny about it. Really? Grow up. Grow a set. Right? Man up. Own it. Self-imprisonment. He does feel like he is. Yeah, and he is continuing to pretend like he's innocent. And that is restricting him. He has to come clean. Three of Swords. I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up having some so-called medical issues, conveniently so. This is heartbreak. It's of course he's divorced. I mean, he's divorced anyway. Loss, depression, and also I wouldn't be surprised if they're going to pull a card saying that, oh, all of a sudden he's gotten very, very ill and he can't go to court, he can't serve time or some bullcrap. They're going to pull out all the cards, y'all. They are. And then we have the World card. I'm going to end it at this. This is a complete circle. Things have come around full circle. This poor man, and he is going to go back. Look at this. Look at this card. He is going to go back to the womb. In other words, he is going to go back to being nothing, nobody. He started his life as, who was he? Just a little kid, right? Right, wasn't anything until the fact that he's born in the royal family, yeah, that lineage, that bloodline, that sort of a thing. But with the World card talking about success through completion, and spiritual rebirth, etc., etc. So I feel like he's going to go back almost to ground zero, and he's going to have to start again. That's I'm so sorry, y'all. I don't know why I feel like I have dog hair in my. I promise one of these days I'm going to be coughing up a fur ball, the amount of fur around this house. And it's the funniest thing, I had, when Tigger, my American Mastiff short coat, right? Him too, he had a lot of fur, as short as his coat was. I mean, we had to brush him all, I had to brush him all the time. I don't know why I say we. And, but Bernie's is a different level. And when I had rescued Tigger, I also had a Russian of Charka. I had rescued her to my beautiful Alabash. Her fur, her coat was another level of softness. But she didn't shed as much as Bernie sheds. I know he doesn't have any skin allergies or anything like that. It's just the way he is. Okay, so 45 minutes and 37 seconds. That's not bad because my intro is about 5 minutes and 30 seconds of Gavin. I have a feeling I may do another video for this guy. Excuse me. Maybe, on Friday. What do I have? What do I have for Fridays? Where's my little book? Did I say Freaky Fridays? So maybe this Friday I might do a Freaky Friday live instead of putting out a video. And when I do the live, I will cover Ghislaine Maxwell, and also, if we have enough time, try and do Amber Heard. We'll see. We'll go. We need to play around with it and see how I can figure all this out. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do give me a thumbs up, leave your comments. I absolutely do appreciate, hearing from your opinions, what y'all think, that sort of thing, because this case particularly has affected people across the globe, right? It's not just in the United States or not just in England, like all over the world. I mean, come on. I mean, think about the extent, the far-reaching, what's the word, arms of British monarchy, and this fool has gone and done something like this, and for so many years he got away with it. He's gotten away with so much more. All that's going to be coming to light. So I would love to read your comments. Give me a thumbs up, hit the bell icon, and thank you so very much. See you in the next video. Bye for now.